that's why it's good that young people like yourself are creating these things for young people, and as opposed to older people like ourselves who are sometimes seen as disconnected or who don't know what's going on. I have young children, so I know what's going on. My young children talk to me. So, you know, which is, you know, quite, in this day and age, even though young people have all this stuff going on, and they have social media and all the rest of it, they still don't sit down and talk to their parents on a one-to-one.
Yeah, that doesn't
It's
happen a lot. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's lacking, because if they did, we wouldn't have so much problems. I'm not saying the parents can solve everything. If people could, young people could talk to their parents, or had parents, or could, I don't know.
But it's more to do with pride.
What? Young people? What do you mean?
Like,
give me an example.
They can't really, like, say for money issues, they don't really like to ask the parents for money, they like to get it paid themselves. So they want to more crime and more, like...
What kind of money are you talking about?
Say if when they feel like when you pay kids, like when you're off the month, so they actually like to get the money themselves, so they actually go out on the streets and find
Well, what kind of parents are you talking about? That's just what I'm saying. What kind of parents are you talking about? Because if your parents are two working parents and you ask for a pair of jeans.
No, but yeah, but that's different, because they could be two working parents, but it's like the crime of the young individual. They want to get for themselves.
At what age?
Any age, because I did 13, there's people at 13 out there doing madness.
Well, not my kids, mate. My kids can come and ask me for anything at any time because they're my kids.
Because some person, you always sit there in your room. Like, how old is that? He's 13.
Why? So you know what? There's some kind of breakdown in that family home there. Yeah, there's some sort of breakdown because as a child, right, growing up, and you have parents, whether it's a one parent or a mother or a father, your mother or father is responsible for you until you become a responsible adult. You understand? So anything that you're short of, your parents are supposed to provide for you. You understand? And you as a child shouldn't have to be, your pride shouldn't stop you from asking your parents. If your parents grew you up properly, there's nothing you wouldn't ask your parents for. You understand? We're not talking about little dark secrets with your friend, like about sex or boyfriends. You know, some parents are into that, but I'm talking about growing up as a child and what your parents are responsible for. Your parents are responsible for you until you are an adult and you leave home and go and fend for yourself. And even when you do that, your parents should be there if anything happens to you and they need you. Your parents should be there. Do you understand? My son could be 30, 40 and something happens to him. I'm his mother. He has a father. If something happens to you in life, they're supposed to be able to lift you back up. Do you understand? But if you have a breakdown, you know, growing up and you're not able to talk to your parents, something's going on there. Something's going on. You should be able to talk to your parents.
Single parents, like if the parents can't handle, like they're having it, not a bad time, but they're kind of
I understand.
struggling.
I understand. Seek help then. Seek help. That's your parent, and that's where the pride comes in when you're talking about pride, when adults can't ask for help. If you have children, you bring children in the world and you can't cope with them, ask for help. There's systems, there's services out there where you can get help if you're not coping with life.
But I don't say they're coping with that, it's that like child seeing that their moms are coping, so they don't want it to be a burden to the mom.
Oh.
I get what you mean.
Okay. So now the child goes and fends for himself.
Yeah.
You know what? Life is not perfect, and you have situations like that. And like you just said, the child will go out there and seek for themselves. And obviously, that is a lot of the problems that we have. You've just hit the nail on the head. There's children who can't ask their parents who are going through, and we talk about this all the time, the adult might be an alcoholic, the adult might be a drug taker, the adult might be out of work, has no job, has no incentive, has no motivation. Do you know what I mean? And then the child gets despondent, and the child, like you said, goes out and starts fending for themselves.
I had a friend, like, her dad used to drink a lot of alcohol, and then they were all like cuss her and abuse her.
Yeah.
And he's telling me like, what should I do? Because every time that he drinks, he's always cussing and abusing her. And the next morning, he's all like lovey-dovey with her.
Yeah.
What she says that her dad's the favourite.
He's the what?
Her favourite.
Her favourite. So she's almost like a carer, caring for her father as well at the same time.
No, not really, because
No.
he's only like the one that drinking. So he's
Does he work?
Yeah, he does, but he's right when he's
At work?
yeah, working stuff.
Okay.
How
And
old is it?
she doesn't know what to do with that. She doesn't know what to do with that.
No, so she's got a boyfriend, but she just like likes to stay out. Or,
How old is she?
She's like 23.
She's got a boyfriend. So is she going to him when her dad comes home drunk? So she's leaving home to go to her boyfriend.
Yeah.
But she's seeking kind of help through her boyfriend. I was dealing with that family shit, like talking like.
But I realised I found out.
But you ain't going to be able to talk to someone who's an alcoholic. You're not going to be able
Sometimes
to.
I find out the way she acts is the reason why that occurred.
Yeah.
Because she likes attention.
Yeah. They act out. When something's
But
going
I
on.
never knew why she's like that.
Now you understand
Now,
why.
Yeah, that's why I
And
just.
now your views of her have changed.
But no, not changed. But I overlooked it. But I'm not that kind of person that I just like see a problem with you and just like act on it. I just brush it to the side and act on you as a person.
That's a bit of a vicious cycle because right now does she work?
Yeah, she does what
She works.
he told me she's done it for a long time and I never knew that.
Probably from her childhood when she was little, going to school. Because you don't become an alcoholic overnight. Something she
Where's
just
her mum?
lived with.
She's done it for long.
Mum's dead.
Yeah, so she said her mum's still there, but she didn't really talk to her mum as much.
A lot of social issues going on in homes, broken homes.
How can we best engage with those young people?
Who
Ones that have social issues, ones that people find hard to speak to, that don't always, like gang members or the ones who are struggling. How's it best to reach them? Because it's very difficult because they're in hidden places or.
This is if you're going, you know, it's like what Pat was saying, you know, if you're in a school and you're only doing a 6-week project, 6 weeks is not enough because a lot of the youth, they disclose to you but then will leave. So it needs to be more of a long-term piece of working with and alongside. Would you say that as well?
how
Because
you said how do you reach them?
Yeah, how
In the
best.
schools.
in schools,
In the schools. Yeah.
because they're not going to come, majority,
A lot of them ain't
not
gonna
going to
just
come out and come
say,
to,
"Oh, I'm gonna go to a service."
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go looking for help. It needs to be something that is in school where children feel
It's in their
safe.
time as well.
Yeah, feel safe and they feel comfortable in approaching whoever's in it. They're not going to go to the teachers, they're not going to go to the parents at the time when things are going on. And a lot of the time, their peers are the same people who are going through the same things as them, so they're not going to be telling their peers either.
It's all within the hours
Yeah,
of school, isn't it?
it's catching it, and it's catching it early. You know, it's catching the issues early. Not when they're too late, because a lot of the time things have already happened, they're down a dark, deep road, you know, and they can't see anywhere coming back, you know. But a lot of the problems, I feel, are in the school, especially for young guys,
Yeah.
you know.
For schools.
Yeah.
you have outreach workers that go on the estates and
But some don't want to be seen talking to the actual worker out on their estate. Whereas school, it's school, isn't it? No one knows anything, you're just doing what you're doing in school and you can talk and disclose. But then when you leave school, you kind of have to with your friends, going off and then you meet up with your friends after, so there's no, during that cycle.
Yeah.
But it's schools and that's the person catching it early.
early.
Because when they're in like year 5 or year 6 in primary school, they're leaving and then they're transitioning to a secondary school, year 7, and then they're meeting other girls or other guys and then they're going for another transition.
I've seen that some people like from young, they're naive, and then when they get like older in secondary school, they start changing.
They change.
They change completely. Like change that I don't like torture. I know some person that he was a nice individual. Next minute he went to secondary school. His life started changing. I can see it like when I'm going home, he's more going out.
Yeah.
More fit.
Yeah, yeah, but you have a whole bunch of children in schools who you're not getting educated properly, no place to go and sit down and do nothing, basically, and get no education. And there's nothing wrong with that young person. That person is highly intelligent, but because you were in the classroom acting out for whatever reason, or you had a dispute with the teacher and the teacher didn't like the way you answered, because you can be intelligent and answer back to the teacher and the teacher doesn't like it. So they feel, you know what, you're challenging me, the teacher.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to challenge the teacher, but you should be able to challenge the teacher, you know, on what they're saying and what they're doing, and have no comebacks. Oh, he's being this, he's being that, right, get out, because, you know, they don't know how to deal with. Oh, I don't even want to put my foot in it. They don't want to deal with a black young male. Yeah? And they don't know how. Some teachers don't know how to deal with that. And the first thing they will say is, you're aggressive, calm down. And those words seem to spark a lot of children. Like, I'm not being aggressive, I'm asking a question. Why do I need to calm down? And then everything starts to get heightened.
Yeah.
And then that's when you get out of class, we don't want you back, your parents come out, there's a lot of conflict, next minute you know, you're permanently excluded. A couple more exclusions, because now you're back up. I don't know if any of you young guys, young men feel the same, have had any experience of that with your friends or anything like that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, and what happens? Next minute, you know, you're out of school at 12, 13, 14, doing what? You don't want to go to the crew because the crew is full of everybody who's the same, so you've got rockers with other guys who have got the same temperament as you. So you fall out of the crew system. And then, what do you do? What do you do? So, I didn't even come here to talk anyway. I was just coming here to Fernanda's.
Well, on that note, can we hear from you, Fernanda? Yeah.
What do you want to hear?
What you do, what JAGS Foundation.
Use the correct JAGS. Go on.
Okay, alright. JAGS is an acronym of James Andre Godfrey Smartford, who was shot in the ice skating in 2007. I don't know how old the young people are, but he would have been 27 next year. So next year is a 10-year anniversary. So his mum was a financial mortgage advisor at the time. She had her own business. They lived in Kingston. He came to the ice skating because there was a party. It was Creptor Conan's birthday party, 16th or 17th. He went to the party and he was shot in the ice skating ring. 300 young people there. No one gave witness, no one gave a statement, and the perpetrator is still at large. So at the time, that week Andre was murdered, there was 3 young people who died, including Andre that week, all shot. Billy Cox and Michael DeSuma, one from Clapham, one from Peckham. Yeah, so it was quite a media frenzy at the time. That year, 27 young people were shot and stabbed that year. Within that year, Tracy supported quite a few families because at the time they didn't have a victim support homicide team, so she didn't get any support from anywhere. So when it happened to her, she didn't really have any support. So when the few other murders what happened, she supported those families. So she decided that she wanted to start up a bereavement service, but she knew she wanted to start something in Andre's name or legacy. And at the time, the police, the media, everybody was asking her to comment on what's happening and why is it happening. She's a bereaved mother and they're asking her, why is this happening? She has no idea why this is happening. She was going to all these forums, these meetings, these consultations, and then out of that all, the bereavement service, and then she started, there was this whole thing about gangs came afterwards, and they had all this money to do work with gangs, so she started doing some work with gangs, and she felt she didn't really want to do that anymore. So what we really do now is we're working with young girls and the issues young girls have born out of that, so to speak, because there's a lot of issues going on for girls as well as there is young men. So we're sort of concentrating on the work with young girls and their self-esteem and how they see themselves and what they wear and what they look like, and you know, all this thing going around on social media, Instagram, and what they need to have, and you know, and so we're trying to go into schools and teach them, bring them back as what's important, you know? What's more important? Education, do you know what I mean? Good relationships, what it is to have a good relation, a loving relationship, as opposed to, I don't want to get too into it, you know, because I don't want to seem like I'm bashing young people, because there's a lot of young, you know, kids out there what are doing